वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पृथिवी त्वया धृता लोकात् देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं चाधाराय मां देवीं पवित्रं कुरु चासनम्। वाङ्मे गुरुभ्यो नमः, दक्षिणे गणेशाय नमः, ऊर्ध्वा ब्राह्मणे नमः। We wash our hands now. Om hasta prakshanam samarpayami Shri Govindaya Namo. Hasta prakshanam samarpayami Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Parts of our body. Om Vang me Asya Astu, Om Nasur me Prana Vastu, Om Akshar me Chakshar Astu, Om Karno me Shrotam Astu, Om Bahur me Balam Astu, Om Urvo me Urcha Vastu, Om Marishtani me Angani Tanusvay Savasantu. Yena Baddho Baliraja Danavindro Mahabala Machalam Rakshasitam Raksham Chaturvyam Samarpayami Namaha. Thank you, Panaji. Om Navavistant Viryuktam Trignam Devatamayam Upavitam Chotaryam Brahana Parameshwara. Om Yunabadhu Pariraja Anandro Mahabala Denatam Patipadnam Raksham Samarpayami Namaha. Om Shikanda Chandanam Divyam Vandajam Simanoharam Vilepanam Surashreta Chandanam Jyotigrihita Pavitram Papanasanam Aharahatyam Om Gandham Samarpayami Namaha. We now perform our sankalp. The sankalp is a vow that we take to perform this puja today. We call the date, the time, the place, in an effort to tell Bhagwan that at this particular moment we're focusing our mind on you. We perform this puja for you, and we will complete the puja today.
Om Hari Om, Om Hari Om, Vishnu Kaliyuge Pratham Chande Jumbo Deep Vajak Utri America Chhatri Canada Desre Brampton Asthane Bhavani Shankar Mandir Dev Asthane Adya Masana Masuk Mase Vaisak Mase Shukla Pakshe Purnima Tithau Ravi Vasre Purnima Tithau Anukra Chhatre Naam Kamal Navam Aham Adya Satyanarayan Puja Uplakshye Kalasham Kalasha Sri Ganeshaya Nagraha Pujam Samplapa Karishet
Iti Sankalpam. Swasti Vachan. Rice in our hands now. We perform Swasti Vachan for auspiciousness, to bring good energies before we begin our puja today. Om Swasti na Indro Vridashrevaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Stariksho Arishtaneni Swasti no Brihaspati Dadatu Om Paya Pratyam Paya Osadiso Payo Divyam Tirikshe Payodaha Payaswati Padisha Santu Mahyam Om Vishnu Rarattamasi Vishnu Snapristo Vishnu Syorasi Vishnu Drovasi Vaishnamavasi Vishnavetavat Om Agnira Devata Vato Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata वसवो देवता रुद्रा देवता आदित्य देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवाय देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवता इन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापा शान्तिः औषधय शान्ति वनस्पतय शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वगं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधिषु शान्तिर्भवतु ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरितानि परासुवा यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुवा इमा रुद्राय तवसेकपर्दिने स्वद्वीराय प्रवरामहे मति इति यथा समसद्विपदे चतुष्करे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् एतं ते देवा सवितर्यज्ञं ब्राहुर्बृहस्पतये ब्रह्मणे तेन यज्ञमवतेन यज्ञापतिं तेन मामव ॐ मनो ज्योतिर्जिता माजस्या बृहस्पतिर्यज्ञ इमं त्वनोतुरिष्टागं यज्ञिकं समिमं ददातु विश्वे देवा सायमादयन्ता मोघं प्रतिष्ठा ऐषवे प्रतिष्ठा नाम यज्ञो यत्रैतेन यज्ञेन यजन्ति सर्वमेवा प्रतिष्ठितं भवतिम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे प्रियाणां त्वा प्रियपतिगं हवामहे निधिनां त्वा निधिपतिगं हवामहे वसो मम अहं जानी गर्भदमातं मजासि गर्भदम् ॐ नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो वृक्षपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमः ॐ सुमुखश्चैकदन्तश्च कपिलोकजकर्णक लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्नराजो विनायक धूम्रके दुर्गना दक्षो बालचन्द्रो गजानन द्वारशैतानि नामानि यापते च नियाजपे विद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा सङ्ग्रामे सङ्कटश्चैव विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये इति स्वस्ति वचनम्. Invoke the presence of Mahalakshmi Mata now. Haji, if you can please light the diya in front of you. Om Shubham Bhavatu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampara Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute Deepa Jyotir दीपो मे हरतो पापो दीप ज्योतिर नमोस्तुते ओम महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्. बोलो श्री महालक्ष्मी माता की जय. We offer our prayers to Ganesh. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्. बोलो श्री गणपति भगवान की जय. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. आवाहयामि नमः गुम. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. आसनं समर्पयामि नमः गुम. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. पादयो पादयामि नमः गुम. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. हस्तयो हस्तयामि नमः गुम. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. मुख आचमनीयं समर्पयामि नमः गुम. ॐ गं गणपतये नमः दिव्यस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः ॐ पया पृथजं पयोषधीषु पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोदा पयस्वती प्रदिशा सन्तु मह्यम् ॐ गं गणपते नमः पयं स्नानं समर्पयामि नमः ॐ गं गणपतये 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 नमः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गे स्तुष्टवागं स्वस्ति नोभिः यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृधस्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम् ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्विरं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वमाम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवचोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोर्ध्वातात् अवाघ्रातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममय त्वं सच्चिदानन्दतुल्योऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं ततस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयलयमेषति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्तोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकात् त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मस्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वं अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवस्वरं गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य परनादिं तरदन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन दुलसितं तारेण रुद्रम् एतत् मनुस्वरूपं प्रकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारशान्तररूपं बिन्दुरतररूपं नादः सन्दानां संहिता सन्धिः श्रीशैषा गणेशविद्या गणकर्षिः निचिद्गायति चन्द्रः श्रीमहागणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमं कुशधारणम् अभयं वरदं हस्ते वृद्ध्राणामुशकगजं रक्तं लम्भोर्णं शूर्पकर्कं रक्तावाससं रक्तगन्धानुलुप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पितं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च शिष्टारो प्रकृते पुरुषार्थम् एवं जायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगनां वरः ॐ नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय वरदमूर्तये नमो नमः मुदाकरात् मोदकं सदा विमुक्तसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरञ्जकम् अनायकेकनायकं विलासिकेकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् प्रियाय लम्बोदराय सकलाय जगत्पिताय नागाननाय स्तुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। ॐ गं गणेशाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। बोलो श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। Kalash now. Place your hand on the kalash. Om कलशस्या मुखे विष्णु कंठे रुद्राक्षमाला मूले पश्चासते ब्रह्मा मध्ये मात्रे गणास्मता कुक्षौत सागर सर्वै सप्तद्वीपवसुन्धरा ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेदो सामवेदो यतर्वणा अंगेश्च सहिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिता। ॐ मानुस्तु केतनये मानो आयुषो मानो घोषो मानो अस्ति शरीरिषाः मानो वीरान् रुद्रभामनो हदिष्मन्त्वा सत्त्वामित्वा हवामहे इति मन्त्रेण कलशे गोमे स्पर्शं कुर्यात्। ॐ धान्यमसि दिनो हि देवान् प्राणाय त्वा ध्यानाय त्वा ज्ञानाय त्वा दीर्घामनो प्रसिद्धिमायुषे धाम देववा सविता हिरण्यपाणि प्रत्युगिग्ना तच्चिद्रेण पाणिना चक्षुषेता मया पयोषि मन्त्रेण धान्यराशि कृतवा। अर्चना। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः ॐ वं प्रचेतसे नमः ॐ वं स्वरूपणे नमः ॐ वं अपाम्पते नमः ॐ वं तीर्थराजाय नमः ॐ वं मकरवाहनाय नमः ॐ वं जलाधिपते नमः ॐ वं पाशहस्ताय नमः ॐ वं अनिकर्मणिभूषणाय नमः ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः नानाविमलपत्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि नमः। गं वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्ध्याद्यो गन्धोत्तमा आज्ञया सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृहीतां सहजं त्वरित संयुक्तं वहिनायोज्यतं मया दीपं गृहाण देवेश त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः धूपदीपं समर्पयामि नमः। गं शर्कराकन्दकाध्यानि दरिक्षिराङ्घृतानि च आहारं भक्षभोजं च नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृहीतां नैवेदयामि नमः। तं पुङ्गिफलं महायज्ञं नागबलिदलेरितं एलादिचूर्ण संयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि नमः। गं हिरण्यगर्भा समवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य जाता पतिरेकासि तदाधारपतिविन्द्यामुते मां तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमं करले गर्भादिसम्भूतं कर्पूराच प्रदीपितम् आरातिक्यमहं कुर्वे तस्य मे वरदो भवम्। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः नीलाञ्जनज्योति समर्पयामि नमः। बोलो श्री वरुण भगवान की जय। Our prarthana now to the Navgraha Devata. If you can please bring the Navgraha to the front. We'll just switch it for now. If you can move the Vishnu. What's that? We'll put it in the middle. We'll do Panchopachar. Om. Hold on to it. Just hold on to it for now. We'll do one prayer. You can take some. Om नमोऽस्तु सूर्यसोमाय चन्द्राय मङ्गलाय च बुद्धश्च गुरुशुक्राय शनिराहुकेतवे नमः। श्रीनवग्रहदेवता सूर्यचन्द्रमा मंगल बुध गुरु शुक्र शनि राहु केतवे नमः। वैष्णवग्रह देवता की जय। शांति कृष्णेन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशयन् अमृतं मर्त्यं हिरण्येन सविता रतेन देवो याति भुवना विपश्यन् सूर्याय नमः। ॐ इमं देवा असपत्नकं सुभद्रं महते सत्नाय महते जानराज इन्द्रसेन्द्रियाय इममुमस्य पुत्रमस्ति विश्वेश भूमिराजा विश्वेश भूमिराजा सोमस्माकं ब्रह्मणा नागंशिराजा सुचन्द्रमसे नमः। ॐ अग्निर्नैवेदा अयम् अपादं प्रेतापं सचिन्विति श्रीमङ्गलाय भौमाय नमः। ॐ उद्बुद्ध स्वायज्ञे प्रजापूर्ते सदं शिवितामयं च अस्मिन् सरस्ति अद्युत्तरस्मिन् विश्वे देवा यजमानस्य सीदता। ॐ बुद्बुदाय नमः। ॐ बृहस्पतियतीयधर्यो मज्जनेषु यदि दयचावसारत प्रजाता तरस्मासु दविनं देहि चित्रमम्। ॐ बृं बृहस्पतये नमः। संब्रह्मणा या सोमं प्रजापति हितेन सत्यमिन्द्रियं विपानवं शुक्रमन्त्रसा इन्द्रसेन्द्रियं मयोमृतं शुक्राय नमः। शन्नो देवीरविश्वया आपो भवन्तु संयोरविश्ववन्तुना शंसनिश्चिराय नमः। कया निश्चित्र आबुव धूति सदा भृता तथा कया सुशिष्टया वृता राङ्ग्रहवे नमः। केतुं कृण्वन्नकेतवे समषद्भिरजायितं कालकिं केतवे नमः। बोल श्री नवग्रह देवता की जय। सत्यनारायणे नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। Satyanarayan Swami is very different puja that we'll have to do. This puja has its own particular steps and particular mantras. And we will be chanting because there are different mantras that obviously many of us do not know. We will be chanting Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha between each of the steps as we chant his mantras. Let us begin with some dhyanam, some mantras to Satyanarayan Swami. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ध्यायेत् सत्यं गुणातीतं गुणत्रये समन्वितं लोकनाथं त्रिलोकेशं कौस्तुभाभरणं हरिं नीलवर्णं पीतवस्त्रं श्रीवत्सपरभूषितं गोविन्दं गोकुलानन्दं ब्रह्माद्यैरपि पूजयेत्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। व्यक्तास्वरूपाय ऋषियापतये नमः। मया निवेदितो भक्त्या अर्घ्यं प्रतिगृहीताम्। अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि नमः। पाठ्यम् ॐ नारायणं नमस्तेस्तु नरकारणवतारक पाद्यं गृहाणवेश मम सौख्य विवर्धया। श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। पाद्यं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ मन्दिका विनश्यतु यत्पारि सर्वपापहरं शुभं तरीकल्पितं देव सभ्यागाचमितं त्वया। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। आत्मन्यं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ स्नानं पञ्चामृतं देव गृहाण पुरुषोत्तम अनाथनाथ सर्वज्ञ जीवार्णं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। पयस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। पयस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। गङ्गे यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिन्धु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। स्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। जलस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। रम्यं सुशोभनं दिव्यं सर्वशोभनं मया दत्तं गृहाण परमेश्वर। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। आसनं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायण स्नानं समर्पयामि आसनं समर्पयामि। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे ॐ वेदसुक्तसमायुक्ते यज्ञसामसमन्विते सर्ववर्णप्रदे देव वासासि प्रतिगृहीता। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। वस्त्रं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशेन निर्मितं ब्रह्मसूत्रकं यज्ञोपवीतदानेन क्रियतां कमलापतिम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। वस्त्रं यज्ञोपवीतं समर्पयामि नमः। चन्दन ॐ श्रीकन्दचन्दनं दिव्यं गन्धाद्यं सुमनोहरं जलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठ चन्दनं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। चन्दनं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ सिन्दूरं शोभनं रक्तं सौभाग्यं प्रियवर्धनं कामदां मोक्षदं चैव सिन्दूरं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। चन्दनं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। चन्दनं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ सर्वभूषादिके सोदे लोकलज्जानिवारणे मयोपपादिते तुभ्यं वासासि प्रतिगृहीता। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। मल्यादिनी सुगन्धिनी मालित्यादिनी वै प्रभो मया ऋतानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृहीता। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। पुष्पं समर्पयामि नमः। We now perform the Satyanarayan Ashtottashatanamavali. These are the 108 names of Satyanarayan Swami, and you can participate by saying Om Satya and Namaha at the end. The first one, for example, is Om Satya Devaya Namaha. They all offer these the same way. So if you need to say along with us, it's Om Satya. I'm going to say the name, and then Namaha at the end. Om Satya Devaya Namaha. Om Satyatmane Namaha. Om Satya Sutaya Namaha. Om Satya Purushaya Namaha. Om Satyanathaya Namaha. Om Satya Sakshane Namaha. Om Satya Yogaya Namaha. Om Satya Jnanaya Namaha. Om Satya Jnana Priyaya Namaha. Om Satya Nidahe Namaha. Om Satya Sambhavaya Namaha. ॐ सत्यप्रभुवे नमः। ॐ सत्येश्वराय नमः। ॐ सत्यकर्मणे नमः। ॐ सत्यपवित्राय नमः। ॐ सत्यमङ्गलाय नमः। ॐ सत्यगर्भाय नमः। ॐ सत्यप्रजापतये नमः। ॐ सत्यविक्रमाय नमः। ॐ सत्यसिद्धाय नमः। ॐ सत्याचाय नमः। ॐ सत्यवीराय नमः। ॐ सत्यबोधाय नमः। ॐ सत्यधर्माय नमः। ॐ सत्यग्रजाय नमः। ॐ सत्यसन्तुष्टाय नमः। ॐ सत्यवराहाय नमः। ॐ सत्यपरायणाय नमः। ॐ सत्यपुराय नमः। ॐ सत्योषधाय नमः। ॐ सत्यशाश्वताय नमः। ॐ सत्यप्रवदाय नमः। ॐ सत्यविभवे नमः। ॐ सत्यज्येष्ठाय नमः। ॐ सत्यश्रेष्ठाय नमः। ॐ सत्यविकर्मणे नमः। ॐ सत्यभवने नमः। ॐ सत्यमेधाय नमः। ॐ सत्यधीशाय नमः। ॐ सत्यकृतये नमः। ॐ सत्यकालाय नमः। ॐ सत्यासलाय नमः। ॐ सत्यवसवे नमः। ॐ सत्यमेघाय नमः। ॐ सत्यरुद्राय नमः। ॐ सत्यब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ सत्यमृताय नमः। ॐ सत्यवेदांगाय नमः। ॐ सत्यचतुरात्मने नमः। ॐ सत्यभोक्ताय नमः। ॐ सत्यचष्टाय नमः। ॐ सत्यार्जिताय नमः। ॐ सत्येन्द्राय नमः। ॐ सत्यसंगराय नमः। ॐ सत्यस्वर्गाय नमः। ॐ सत्यनियमाय नमः। ॐ सत्यमेधाय नमः। ॐ सत्यवेद्याय नमः। ॐ सत्यपीशाय नमः। ॐ सत्यमायाय नमः। ॐ सत्यमहाय नमः। ॐ सत्यसुनन्दाय नमः। ॐ सत्यसागराय नमः। ॐ सत्यतपसे नमः। ॐ सत्यसिंहाय नमः। ॐ सत्यमृगाय नमः। ॐ सत्यलोकपालकाय नमः। ॐ सत्यस्थिताय नमः। ॐ सत्यदिक्पालाय नमः। ॐ सत्याग्रहाय नमः। ॐ सत्यमुचाय नमः। ॐ सत्यकप्याय नमः। ॐ सत्यगुरवे नमः। ॐ सत्यान्याय नमः। ॐ सत्यसक्षणे नमः। ॐ सत्यसंभवताय नमः। ॐ सत्यसम्प्रदाय नमः। ॐ सत्यवाहनाय नमः। ॐ सत्यवायुवे नमः। ॐ सत्यशिखराय नमः। ॐ सत्यनन्दाय नमः। ॐ सत्यधीरजाय नमः। ॐ सत्यश्रीपादाय नमः। ॐ सत्यगुह्याय नमः। ॐ सत्योदराय नमः। ॐ सत्यहृदयाय नमः। ॐ सत्यकमलाय नमः। ॐ सत्यनराय नमः। ॐ सत्यहस्ताय नमः। ॐ सत्यबाहवे नमः। ॐ सत्यमुक्ताय नमः। ॐ सत्यजिह्वाय नमः। ॐ सत्यघोषाय नमः। ॐ सत्यशिखाय नमः। ॐ सत्यश्रोत्राय नमः। ॐ सत्यचक्षुषे नमः। ॐ सत्यशिखरसे नमः। ॐ सत्यमुक्ताय नमः। ॐ सत्याम्बराय नमः। ॐ सत्यभरणाय नमः। ॐ सत्ययुद्धाय नमः। ॐ सत्यश्रीवल्लभाय नमः। ॐ सत्यगुप्ताय नमः। ॐ सत्यदीर्घाय नमः। ॐ सत्यभावनाताय नमः। ॐ सत्यगृहरूपिणे नमः। ॐ सत्यवपनये नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ॐ वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्धाद्यो गन्धोत्तमा आग्र्या सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। धूपं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ साजं च वर्चसंयुक्तं वाहिनायोजितं मया दीपं गृहाण देवेश त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। दीपं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ घृतपक्वे हविष्याणां पायसं च शर्करं नानाविध्यं च नैवेद्यं विष्णु मे प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। नैवेदयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि नमः। सर्वपापहरं दिव्यं गाङ्गेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमनं माया दत्तं गृहात्वं पुरुषोत्तमम्। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। आचमन्यं समर्पयामि नमः। लवङ्कर्पूरसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं सुरपूजितं प्रीत्यग्रहाण देवेश मम सौख्यविवर्धय। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। लवङ्कर्पूर समर्पयामि नमः। गं ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भगर्भस्थं हेमबीजं विभावसो अनन्तपुण्यफलदा मता शान्तिं प्रयक्ष्य मे। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। दक्षिणं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ कर्पूरनीलाञ्जनज्योति। ॐ चतुर्विधसमायुक्तं कृतेन च सपूजितं नीराञ्जनेन सम्पृष्टे भगवते जगतापति। यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तरे कृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणापते नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। नीलाञ्जनज्योति समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। नैवेद्यं नीलाञ्जनज्योति समर्पयामि नमः। Our final prarthana. ॐ सत्यनारायणं देवं वन्देऽहं कामदं प्रभुं लीलया विततविश्व येन तस्मै नमो नमः। ध्यायेत् सदा सवित्रबन्दलमध्यभर्ति नारायण सरिसजासनसन्निविष्टः केयूरवान् कनकुण्डलवान् कैरीति हारिहिरण्मय विपुरघृतशङ्खचक्र। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः। ध्यानं प्रार्थनं समर्पयामि नमः। बोलो श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय। Can I have one bhajan in the meanwhile before we do our katha?
भजो मन हरि हरि ओम सुमिरो मन नारायण। भजो मन हरि हरि
Narayan Swami ki
Jai.
jai. Can you play my scale again? Let us all join together now as we sing in the glories of Satya Narayan Swami through what we call Satya Narayan Vrat Katha. Something that must be read even though we hear it a million times. The more we hear it, the better and sweeter it sounds. The more we hear it, the more we understand it. The more we hear it, the more we can use it to better our life. Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, Narayana, एकदा नैमिषारण्ये ऋषिया शोनकादय प्रप्रचुनमुनिया सर्वे सूतं पौराणिकं खलु एकदा तपसाम्बिका प्रापिते वाञ्छितं फलं तत्सर्वं श्रोतुमिच्छामः कथयस्व महामुनि नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण एकदा नैमिषारण्ये. The verse goes, one day seated at the banks of the Naimisharanya forest, Sutji Maharaj and thousands of other munis, they gathered to discuss. They gathered in Katha. You see, what we're doing here is the same thing that they were doing before. The stories that we're telling here are the same stories that they have told before. But how did this come to be? Before I had this book in front of me, which was passed to me by my father. It was printed, I just checked it, it's a very old looking book. It was printed in 1983. And it is a little bit not in good shape because it's been used a lot. But before we had these books, before we had this knowledge written down, the way that we had passed on knowledge to each other was through verbatim. It was through discussing, through katha like this. And I don't know how many of you can do this, but these sages, the rishis and the munis, they listened to Sutji Maharaj. They listened to the katha that he had given them. And they memorized this katha. They memorized these words that he had spoken, the stories that he gave us. And they passed it down to their chelas, to their students. And so gathered at this forest bank, the edge of the forest, these thousands of rishis and munis, they listened to this great sage. Sutji Maharaj, we call him. His name is Sut. We say Ji as a term of respect. And we say Maharaj as a king because of how much respect he has earned in his time as a sage, as a sant. So all of these thousands of rishis and munis, they listened to him. They memorized what he had said, and they took that knowledge back to their own ashrams. They took that knowledge back to their own places of worship, places of residence, to teach their own students the same thing. Do you not see how amazing this is? Hinduism is thousands and thousands of years old, and we have been passed down this knowledge orally before we had these books to prove that they were in existence. And society will tell us that, Hinduism is only 4,000 years old. They put a date on when Hinduism has started. They tell us that Hinduism only began around this age to this age. But how they come up with those numbers is because they have not found evidence beyond that point of time. We must trust science. Science is a very good thing. But we must also listen to the gaps that science has as well. When scientists say that the dinosaurs lived between X million and another X million years, it is because they have found that the dinosaurs have lived within this time, but they're not 100% sure. They could not pinpoint the time that these dinosaurs have lived. And so they give you a broad variety of time between millions of years as to when they think it might have happened. Dinosaurs existed. I'm not saying it didn't exist. What I'm saying is that our religion, our culture, our dharma is ancient, and it has proven to stand the test of time. And the most important thing is not to find the age of our dharma, but to understand that we must be proud that it has lived so long. That we must be proud that our religion has stood the test of time, meaning it has proven to provide goodness. It has proven to improve people's lives over and over again for millennia, which is why it still exists today. The things that we see, the medicine that we see today that have been here from years and years, it is because that medicine has proven to be good. The medicines that don't exist anymore is because they have found that maybe there's not so much good as we thought in them. These formulas, these methods have changed to adapt over time. And yes, our Hinduism has as well. When we look into our scriptures, we take out the goodness of our scriptures. When the Pandits read these scriptures now, they give you the essence of the Katha. They don't give you the full Katha. But yet that knowledge remains over time. When we speak about Satya Narayan Swami, we speak about the truth. We speak about that which is going to improve our lives. We speak about that which will make our lives better after leaving this mandir, after having performed this puja, after having listened to this katha. Because the end goal of all of this is to improve our lives and the lives of those around us. The people that have come in here and they have gone, they have visited this mandir in this short time frame. We hope that their mind has been improved. We hope that they listen to the name of Narayana being called, and that when they leave this mandir, they leave in a better frame of mind. That when they leave this mandir, they understand that there are good things happening here to support this mandir, to support any place that has this type of worship being done. And ultimately, when they leave this mandir, they make a better environment on the outside. This mandir is a very sacred place, as all mandirs, or most mandirs. I haven't visited all of them to see. But these places of worship are already sacred. They have this vibration to them, the serenity. And so the goal is not to make this a great place, because it already is. The goal is to maintain this as Pandits. The goal then is to create a better environment on the outside. When we leave this, when we go to work, when we go to school, when we meet our friends. At the end of the day, this katha, this puja, the prayers that we are doing is to make the world a better place. And if you read all of the stories of Satya Narayan Swami in this book, they tell us about people who have lived that life. They tell us about people who have gone through that same transition. People whose lives were not so good. People who did not have much. People who were struggling. And how using this puja, using prayers, using penance, they were able to elevate and transform themselves. In fact, what I think of the Satya Narayan Vrat Katha is, I think it is more of a testimony. It is more of evidence to us that this works than it is of katha, than it is of itihasa. Itihas means history. Itihas is something like the Ramayana that has happened. The Bhagavad Gita is itihasa. We can learn from that history that has happened. But what I think that the katha, the Satya Narayan Vrat Katha is, it is testimony. It is evidence. It is telling us that what we're doing is the right thing to do, that it works. Because at the end of every story, it tells us how that character in that story, that person was elevated to another level. How they have achieved great things, and some of them, how they have achieved mukti, salvation, through living a life and transforming themselves into being a better person. When we listen to the words of Satya Narayan Swami, when we listen to the evidence in these stories over and over again, because this is something we hear every Purnima, it is to assure us that what we're doing is right. Because many times, and this is the truth, we're on a good path, we're living the right kind of life, but then bad things still happen to us. We're faced with some type of challenge. We're faced with people who are trying to stop us. We're faced with things that obstruct our path into going forward. And we think, why does this happen if I am praying? Why does this happen if I am godly? How could this happen to me if I pray and I do this puja to Satya Narayan Swami? The real reason is that this is all our karma that we have to go through. But at the end of the day, no matter what challenges the people have gone through in these stories, they have achieved something better in their life. They have made their environment better. They have lived a better life than when they started off. And they have elevated many, many people around them. And again, that is the most important part of this, is not just for yourself, but the Satya Narayan Puja is a family puja. It is to elevate many people, not just yourself. There are some pujas that we do to bring good energies to us, to bring good luck to ourselves. But Satya Narayan Puja is also praying for others around us, helping our society achieve a better state, helping people around us achieve a better positive outlook that things will be better at the end. And as we're coming out of COVID and we're coming out of this pandemic as well, we're seeing this transformation. We're seeing this happening, that yes, people are still being affected, but there are many people who have survived, which is good. And having that positive outlook and looking to see that certain things are working for us. Vaccines, masks, whatever the science is telling us that is working, we must keep that as a positive frame of mind. Because many people might think that in a negative way, we cannot get out of this. In the same way we are getting out of this is the same way that Satya Narayan Puja tells us we can get out of any troubles that we have in life. We can get out of any poverty that is afflicting us, whether it's wealth or whether it's spiritual wealth. All of the examples are in this book called the Satya, Narayan, Vrat, Katha. And so we read it over and over again to understand it, as I said in the beginning, and to make sure that we listen to it and live that teachings. My 2 words to leave you all with are the reason that we do these pujas, the reasons that we're involved and tuned in to these pujas and katha is to make the environment a better place, to make ourselves better, and to make people around us better as well. And once we have that positive frame of mind, that positive outlook, and we want to do good things, then the world will be a better place. What did Gandhiji said? He says, be the change that you want to see in the world. Meaning, when we are better, when we strive to be better, when we strive to be good, the world will begin to see that change within individuals, and you'll inspire the next generation to do the same. You'll inspire other people around you to do the same. Bhaktas, please keep this thoughts in your mind. Keep on the path that we're doing, and you'll see that it'll create some change and some lasting effects in your life and to those around you as well. Bolo Satya Narayana Swami ki Jai. Thank you. We'll now have our arti. यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तरि कृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणा परे परे.
Om Jai Lakshmi Ramana Swami Jai Lakshmi Ramana Jai Lakshmi Ramana Swami Jai Lakshmi Ramana Satya Narayan Swami Satya Narayan Swami
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहे तेजस्विनावदीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहे। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति हरि ओम। बोले मापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की, श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की। सबको जय जय सीताराम। जय सीताराम एवरीवन। थैंक यू।